Oh, bless his heart. Well, look, he does have 3 freaking drum kits up on stage. I mean, what do you expect, for crying out loud? I said to him like a couple of years, I saw him like, was it last year when they went out on the G3 tour, right? And was it? No, it wasn't. It was a Satriani gig, and they were opening. King's X opened for them. It was Dream Theatre, King's X Dream Theatre, and Sat. And he just introduced this freaking big F-off drum kit he had, you know, like 3 bass drums. He had 3 drum kits set up, like shitloads of cymbals. And I'm like, you got your own cymbal roadie or what? And he said, yeah, I've got a roadie for the cymbals, I've got a roadie for the cymbals. I said, mate, why have you got 3 drum kits up there? He says, we're all different tunings, Nick. I said, do you think anyone notices? Other than the drummer, of course, you know. And I thought, I've fallen into that trap of where people go, do you think anyone notices if I play that over there and this over here or so on and so forth? Well, you do, because it's the colours, it's what makes you and how you interpret things. Right? But to me, that's great that he said that's a wonderful accolade from him, because I totally respect him and I hate him because he's so freaking good. He's like Neil Peart. I mean, Neil Peart, he just frightens me. You know, as a drummer, I mean. That I suppose, you know, talking about influence, he's not an influence, but he's one of these guys that just, everything he does is just pure class. And he makes it look so simple. That's another thing about great drummers, they make it look easy. One of the, you know, we were talking about me getting out and playing them. I love doing drum shows. I did my first one in 1985 and I fell in love with doing them. I'm not as such a Virgil or, you know, and a Steve Smith. I mean, Steve Smith's drum clinics are so educational. They are. I thoroughly recommend anyone ever wants to get into playing, go and watch Steve's clinics. You will just fall in love with wanting to play the drums. But I go out and have fun doing them. I can't take it as serious as Steve does and these other guys. They have it down to a fine art and they have it down to a refined performance, whereas I wing everything. You know, I have a kind of a basic kind of plan, but I never stick to it, and it's totally ad lib. And the one thing that makes it work for me is not what I play, not what the kids want to hear solo wise. It's what I get from them, and it gives me this opportunity to really touch personally the people that adore Iron Maiden and like me as a drummer, or some kids that have started to play because they've heard my style of playing. It's the greatest accolade to a musician. It is your peers, but it's the kids that come and say, I saw you 20 years ago, you're responsible for me playing the drums, and I've been playing 20 years, or 15, or 10, or 10 months, you know, and because that's what we want. We want the kids to come out in, you know, to go and get into playing, because we need someone to fly the flag in every style of music. It's not just me and me, but I just truly love that, you know, having a fun time, being a bit rude and crude, and people see that's my personality. That's what I get in the band. Having a good time, going home with a happy memory and a smile on their face, and if they remember it the next day, that's really cool, you know. And if they take the memory on from there, that's even better. And the true greatness of doing these things is, for me, is if the kid goes and buys a drum kit, you know, and gets a passion like I have. I still have the same passion at what I do that I had when I was a kid, and I thank God for that, because although I've been in this incredibly successful band for 20 years, that still is the same as they were 20 years ago today. They still are the same essence. Everything that we do is the same as it was. And there's no airs and graces. It's not for the money or the fame or the glory. It never was, it never is, and it never will be. It's just gone that way, that we have this incredible following, loyalty from our fans, and we've got new kids coming around. We've got people that are, you know, have listened to the band for 20 years and then decided they didn't like heavy rock anymore, and then they come back. That is that is so cool when you go, hey man, you know, I used to love your band. Oh, well, what are you doing here then? Oh man, I heard your new album, and it brought back what I felt 15, 20 years ago, you know. Now, you know, and it's short hair, you know, got their old Iron Maiden T-shirt. They're nearly as old as me. You know, a few wrinkles around it. You know what I'm saying? No, really, it's so fantastic. But what I get from this is the joy that I feel from making people happy and seeing a smile on their face and taking away a memory.
What would Nicko McBrain be if he wasn't a drummer?
Oh no, probably a professional golfer.
Golfer?
Yeah, I probably would have dedicated as much time to my swing with a club rather than on the tubs. Who knows? I love the guy. You know, I think what it is I had a dream when I saw Joe Morello, and I said I had a dream that I'm going to be one of the best drummers in the world. And I didn't. It kind of was a dream then, and I'm going to be as good as that guy. And then I was going to be good as Ringo, and I was going to be as good as Keith, and I was going to be better than them, and this, that, and the other. Mitch Mitchell comes along with Hendrix, oh, that's his job, you know. And I had this drive, this passion to become the best I could be at what I do. And I'm still trying to strive. I'm striving for it. You know, people still feel that I've got a lot to say, but you never get there.
Do you ever listen to your to the music that you play?
Yeah, all the time. All the time. Well, I can't help it. My lad is like, Dad, let's put on Brave New World. Ooh, let's put Rock in Rio on. Oh, you know, and he's still discovering the earlier albums, my son. So I'm kind of around, not all the time, really, but quite a lot, you know. You know, we'd be in the car and he'll say, Dad, what are you listening to? That bloody Saga album again, isn't it? I said, I'm fed up with this. He goes, I'm going, well, I ain't. Leave it alone. Poof, off comes Brave, you know, and he puts Brave New World on. You know, freaking Wicker Man's off, you know. That's great. I don't.
You don't?
No, I practice maybe once a week when I'm off the road.
When you're off the road?
Yeah, when I'm on the road, I'll do about 15 minutes before a show, and I have to now because I've got rheumatism and whatever, arthritis in my hands, my tunnel, you know, everything's creaking and cranking, and my elbow, tennis elbow. This has gone down though. This has been cool, but you know, I have to just warm up. Whereas before I'd be limber, you know, and I'd just stretch a little bit before a show and put a pair of sticks in and do a few exercises. Now I actually physically have to, because my hands swell up, you know. So it's an age thing, you know.
You don't need to practice anymore.
Well, you know, I mean, the thing is that you don't really. The only thing you need to do once you've learnt your art, I mean, you're always learning, and that's when you learn is when you're with other people. I mean, you can sit at home and come up with the most outrageous drum fill, and if you don't record it or write it down, it's gone. But if you do it with your band in a tune, it's like, oh, let's do that again. And it's there, it's worked, or it's thrown out. You know what I mean? This is the importance of his playing. It's so important to play. You don't have to be great. Just jam and play. You know, let go, let it go, and then if it doesn't work, so who cares? You know what I mean? Some of the greatest music has been performed in clubs, and somebody's got a Walkman and recorded this incredible jam, and somebody's got up and played with it in jazz clubs or wherever. You know, you've just captured a moment, because that's what the essence of music is about: is capturing the moment. And when you write a great piece of music, you capture that moment. It's kind of indelible. So you make the arrangement. And then of course, when you perform live, sometimes you miss the element. Sometimes you hit it, nail it, and other times it's not. That was a bit slow. That was a bit too quick. That's the great magic of it. Planet Drum, boys and girls, look at this.